Bonjour mon ami, welcome to my channel. My name is Paula and on this platform we discuss about designer, fashion, luxury and lifestyle, but in a more practical and sensible way. So this has happened. We have booked our first trip abroad, vacation trip to be more precise. And it's gonna be to Paris. I'm so excited. My husband got me this as a wedding anniversary gift. He probably has been listening to me talk about traveling for the past, let's say, 1.5 years. I haven't been on an airplane in 1.5 years, maybe a bit more, not exactly sure. But anyway, it has been a while. And Paris is like, it is my absolutely favorite place abroad ever. When I was younger, it was my parents' favorite place. So we went there maybe twice a year or something like that. So it's just, it has stayed as a very, very important place to me. And we had been talking quite a lot, like when it is once again okay to travel, what would be the first place? Because my husband is actually born in Vienna, Austria. He's not Austrian, but he has been born there. So that is a very dear place to him. And we had plans to go to Vienna during this time, but obviously we couldn't do that. So that was also kind of on the table. By the way, if you have not been to Vienna, it's also a super wonderful place. Would have been really, really happy and grateful to basically go anywhere after this pandemic. But he just wanted to surprise me, which I'm so happy about. So everything is booked. We're gonna go in a couple of weeks. Oh, I'm so excited. But that also means that I can do a bit of shopping. So obviously, like everyone else in the world, I have been ordering quite a lot of stuff like online, but they haven't been proper stuff. It has been, let's say, leggings and sweatshirts and comfy stuff mainly. Yeah, maybe some handbags, but like actually new clothes and all of that for myself. It hasn't been like nice clothes. It has been comfy clothes, but not like where I would feel pretty. I don't know if that even makes any sense. Whatever, I'm just trying to justify to myself that I'm now allowed to shop. But yeah, so that I would not go totally out of control, I have kind of been making a sort of a wish list to myself, or let's say a list of places that I absolutely want to go to and check stuff out. And then so that I wouldn't really lose control, try to keep it like the sensible and practical side of it, and only buy things that I actually am going to wear, and not so that it is from Paris, if this makes sense. And before we get started, if you enjoy this type of videos, or in general enjoy discussions about mainly luxury fashion, then don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and definitely please do come back here. I post new videos every Monday and Thursday, and I think you would also like it here. All right, I have actually one question before we get into the wish list that I have there. I have my laptop over there, so if I sometimes like look strangely, I have made some notes so that I don't forget to talk about anything. But I have a couple of questions regarding the trip. My videos so far have been like sit down videos. I haven't made any vlogs ever, basically. But would that be interesting? Like if I would or could film something while there? Because I don't know, I personally do enjoy watching travel vlogs, and especially about Paris, and more especially about luxury stuff that there is. I don't know, maybe also food and the scenery and like everything. But I don't want to produce, let's say, bad quality stuff, but also stuff that maybe is not that interesting. So yeah, let me know if that would be interesting to you, because yeah, that's not something I have done, so I don't know. And I haven't actually mentioned to my husband either that I'm thinking that maybe I could film something. So let's see how excited he is about that. But yeah, so I thought to check with you first how you feel about it, and then if it seems like that would be interesting, at least somewhat, or yeah, please, if you answer to this question, write down what would be interesting, because then that would maybe make more sense. And then when we go through the wish list, I might have some more opinion questions from you guys, but let's not jump ahead. So the first thing that is on my list, and this should be no surprise for anyone who has been watching my videos prior, but there is this one brand, French brand called Polene. They make beautiful handbags with, I would say, really good price. So this is a more contemporary brand, and I want a bag from them. Let's just be clear. I have the money for a bag from Polene, but I want to go to the store. I want to try them out. They might have like colors. They have beautiful colors on their website, but like seeing them in person and actually fitting them on, I want that, because Polene has only stores in France, and then they have an online boutique, which I like drool over. I visited quite oftenly, and I follow them on Instagram, and there isn't many brands, especially contemporary brands, where I feel like I could basically buy everything. I'm not gonna, but basically I could, because all of their models, their bag models, I think they are very, very beautiful, and they have their own twist into classic shapes. So yeah, that's definitely something I want to check out. And that is like, if we think about likability of me actually buying something, that is quite high on my list. So yeah, a Polene bag, not exactly sure which one. I'm gonna try them out, but yeah, definitely I'm excited for it. Then something also a bit more contemporary stuff is this French sneaker brand called Veja. I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce it, but their sneakers, I have actually owned one pair of their sneakers. They're super, super comfortable. I walked them to death, and now they are at our cottage as my shoes over there, because I just can't bear to wear them in the city anymore. But yeah, I want a new pair, and that's also something I could order them from their own online boutique, or from, I don't know, Farfetch, and they are sold here in my local department store and all of that. But I actually want to go to their boutique in Paris, and I want to see with my own eyes all the colors, because I feel like all of the shoes are kind of unisex in a way that they have small sizes and then running up to like big men's sizes. So with me, my massive feet, 41 to 42, even though French shoe brands might be small to me, as they are kind of unisex, so I feel like there is a lot to choose from, and if I would order from online, there is always the fact that do they have the size and blah blah blah. So that's also something I'm really looking forward to doing and shopping, and that's also quite high on the likelihood of me purchasing a pair of Veja sneakers. Then we are actually planning a trip to the designer outlet close to Paris, and I think it is called La Vallee Village. And I was just checking the brands that they have, and I'm quite scared for my bank account. Of course, with designer outlets, sometimes it's a hit or miss. So they might have like tons of good stuff there, and then there are times when there is not. But I'm gonna go with an open mind, and I have saved some money, yeah, I will link the outlet in the description box, because I'm not gonna go through all the over 100 brands that they do carry. But there are obviously tens and tens and tens of boutiques I want to visit, but I thought that it might be good also to myself to try to narrow it down a bit, like what am I most interested about. So if we think about the like high-end luxury designer brands I'm looking at, would be like Burberry, Celine, Jimmy Choo for obvious reasons, for my feet, then Prada and Saint Laurent. So those would be the boutiques I'm most excited about. And this doesn't mean that I wouldn't visit Fendi or Gucci or Balenciaga or Bottega Veneta or I don't know, Valentino, of those. But I try to, like, I can't be super excited of 30 stores. Like, that's just not realistic. I can't. So I try to narrow it down, but those are like especially stores or shops I want to visit. And then if I think about the more kind of contemporary side, there would be Isabel Marant, Mage, L'Occitane, the Couples, and then I don't know into which category this goes to, but Villeroy et Boch, so dishes. Not maybe the thing that I would want to carry in my suitcase, or that would be hand luggage, but we do have some dishes and sets from Villeroy et Boch, and it's just amazing, so I'm looking forward to that as well. And there are like also so many brands. Like, this is gonna take a full day, I'm afraid, to go through that that outlet. But I haven't been in one in, let's say, 2 years, because the last one I was in was close to Munich, and that was like 2 years ago. So I mean, I personally love designer outlets. You can make amazing finds and deals from there. I mean, of course, in some cases brands do produce like outlet stuff, but they also have like older season stuff in the outlet. Personally, I don't mind like outlet stuff because the price is good, and for me personally, the quality hasn't been worse. So I do understand that for some it's like the experience and everything is about the actual boutique and with no discounts and all of that, but I do love designer outlets, and I do find it super worthy, especially for shoes, bags, of course, but like, I don't know, clothes, everything. So that's a good place to make finds, but it's also a really tempting place to buy stuff you don't need. So that's why I've also kind of tried to narrow down for myself, what am I actually looking for? Of course, you can find beautiful things, like if there is a Burberry coat for 70% off, why not? I live in a climate where I wear coats 90 or 9 months out of the 12, so sure, but maybe I don't need a coat. So what I'm most kind of looking at would be knitwear, because winter is coming, and basically I live in knitwear during like autumn, winter, beginning of spring. So absolutely cashmere, like that would be great. Shoes, you probably can't you can't have too many pairs of shoes. You probably can, but I feel like I haven't really reached that limit yet. And then if we think about bags, I'm kind of like yes and no. So I did just purchase the Louis Vuitton Lock Me the Second BB. And I mean, yeah, if I find an amazing deal or a bag that I absolutely am gonna fall in love to, I might buy a bag, but I feel like that is not a priority for me, like finding a designer bag from this trip in general, because I have saved some money, but I'm also interested in quite broad spectrum of stuff, and if I would just put them into one bag, then that would limit my other purchases, if this just make any sense. But yeah, so I'm thinking that with the bag, like it's a maybe. And then if there would be some home stuff, and with this I'm mainly thinking about dishes, if they would have the set that we are collecting, so then maybe we could purchase some pieces with an outlet price. But yeah, and with this outlet, so if you have been to this La Vallee village, please let me know your experiences, because it, like with Bicester village, YouTube is filled with videos of that and people showing the stuff and prices and all of that. But with this one, I don't find a lot of videos, and then I have tried to look like just basic from Google, if someone would write some blogs or anything, and from Instagram, there is not that much material. So if you have been to this place, is it worth it? What did you think? And then a second question would be like, would this be something that you would be interested to see as a vlog? Because this is probably the place that I'm most thinking about if I would vlog it, because I personally love to watch outlet vlogs and visits. So I might, like, this is probably the thing that I could film a bit more of. So let me know if that would be interesting. Then coming back to the wish list stuff, or yeah, so I want to visit some vintage pre-owned stores in Paris, because I feel like in Paris, the kind of mecca of all of designer stuff, Parisians, I feel like they have been buying this stuff for quite a longer time than maybe us here in Scandinavia or the Nordics, etc. So there is a lot of like vintage designer boutiques and all of that. So I feel like I want to visit a couple of those to see if there would be some nice vintage pieces, let's say from Louis Vuitton or Dior, or maybe actually even from Chanel. I know this is probably the first time I'm actually saying on my channel that I would be open to Chanel in some form. So I've been more and more kind of being drawn to vintage Chanel pieces lately. And I just thought that I would want to have a look. And if there is someone who can recommend good vintage stores in Paris, like, please do share, because yeah, I have been Googling some, and there is something to find online about these, but like, if you have some personal experience, that would be really, really nice to know, so that I won't just go looking for something that someone could actually point me to a better direction. Then I'm not gonna go to Paris and try to score a Birkin or a Kelly. I'm not there like at all, financially or mentally. I'm not sure if I'll ever be there, because I don't really agree with the way that they do the thing. But I still want to visit the boutiques, because like, it's just eye candy, like amazing. And this might be a very, very small, and someone would feel like a very stupid thing, but Hermes is gonna launch some nail polishes. I know, not really the thing that people go to Hermes for, but hey, I'm me, and I'm weird probably. But I love nail polish. I do my own nails. I change the color like every week. So for me, nail polish is, I get a lot of use out of it. And I did purchase 2 of the Chanel lippies, the lip products. And I've been like somewhat actually quite happy with them. So I would be interested to see the nail polishes. And yeah, I could order it online. But if I have a chance to actually go there and see them with my own eyes and choose a color maybe, then I would really much like to do that. That's on my Hermes wish list. Probably not the most traditional piece that people are looking for from Paris, but that's what I was thinking that I would want to go and see. Then, with my obsession for Dior, I have been struggling, because I feel like realistically, I don't need anything from Dior. And it kills me to say that, because I love the brand, and I'm trying to kind of fight the urge of purchasing something just because I am in Paris, because I don't really feel that that's the right way to go, because most likely it could end up that you actually really, really get the use out of the item that you purchase. But for me, usually it happens so that if I purchase something just because I am somewhere, I might not get the wear out of it. So that's why I'm kind of like in defense here, because I'm like, oh, I could buy anything from Dior, and at the same time, like, that's not smart. But I'm definitely gonna go to the Dior boutiques and just be amazed. And I am open to buying something, not a bag, unfortunately, but like something, if there it really is like something calling out for me. It could be costume jewelry, but it really needs to then be yelling my name if it is a costume jewelry piece. Maybe it actually could be an SLG as well. Not sure if I need any. Listening to myself, I'm gonna be yeah, I clearly don't need anything from Dior, and I'm not even sure if I want anything from there, but I'm still gonna be like with open eyes, because I do love Dior, and I have purchased from Dior boutiques before in Paris, and those have been, or still are, like one of my most favorite things. So it is also about getting the memory from there. But I am so much against buying something just because. But something that I'm truly looking from Dior is their, I think, the perfume lines and their scented candles that I do have. So my favorite perfume is the Holy Peony, which sadly is soon running out. So I need to purchase a new one. And then for the candle, I mean, it's amazing. So that has brought so much joy into our home. So definitely that's something I'm also looking at. But these are not the most like luxurious things. They are for me, but not from the, let's say, Lady Dior section or something like that. But I'm really looking forward to kind of looking around and just being very Diored over there. With this perfume and candle though, I'm kind of like in between, because I actually do have a work trip before we go to Paris abroad. And I could purchase those items from there as well and maybe save some weight from the luggage for the stuff that we do bring back. So would that make somewhat sense if I would purchase them before for my work trip? Yeah, but that's like I'm allowing myself to buy those regardless if it is from Paris or from my work trip. Those are coming home. And then the final thing on my wish list, this is not, well, it is in a way very luxurious in its own category, but it is tea actually. I'm a big tea drinker. I don't drink coffee at all. I've never drank it. I just don't like it. But tea is my jam. I love tea. And especially oh my God, I'm gonna put the name on the screen. I'm not gonna even try it. It's a French tea brand. It has been around a while. There are a few teas that I really enjoy, and I'm just gonna bring them home with me. They do actually have an online store, and I did order some tea during the pandemic because I just wanted to get some kind of special feeling. I have tested a lot of local teas as well. They are good, but they are not as good, and it got my spirits up a bit when I got the order or the delivery from Paris with my favorite tea. So I'm gonna be purchasing some tea from Paris, and luckily that's not heavy, so that I can kind of purchase without worrying if that will kind of aim the weight on my luggage. But yeah, that was it. What do you think of my thoughts regarding this wish list? So I probably didn't mention it in the beginning, which I should have. So the idea is not that I'm gonna just be shopping the whole time we are there, or even that I would buy everything that I mentioned here or from the brands, for instance, from the outlet village or anything like that. These are just stuff that I'm kind of looking at, and I want to look more closely once there. Some items, as you might have heard, I'm already kind of made up my mind that I want it, and for some it's just more like I want to have some eye candy and just enjoy. I love going to the boutiques on Avenue Montaigne, Champs-Élysées, but also in the department stores like Galeries Lafayette or Printemps, Le Bon Marché. Oh my god, my pronunciation, I'm sorry. And then there is, I don't remember what it's called, but there is this one department store that was under renovation, and apparently it's now open, so if that kind of comes on our way, we probably will go there as well. But yeah, I'm that kind of person who enjoys also like touching and watching stuff. During pandemic time I haven't been touching, but you maybe know what I mean. So I do get also joy from just kind of being around beautiful things. So I don't need to purchase everything to kind of come home with me. But that might also be the case with some items, with some items. But yeah, so that's the kind of current situation. And yeah, please let me know about your thoughts about me filming something while there, especially with the outlet, and if there would be something else you would be interested in. I could do my best. I can't make any promises because I've never done it before. And as I'm not traveling alone, I feel like it might not be kind of nice to my husband if I'm just doing YouTube all the time. But please let me know what you think, so then I can try to figure out something. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video. Bye!